Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet, and we are going to be casting some PVT games. Now, this is actually a series of games taking from the Go for SC2 monthly cup in June. We're not going to be casting the whole cup, basically because we don't have the whole replays. I mean, we don't even have the grand final replays, but I did find some very nice looking, very juicy PVT games. So down the bottom left side of the map is going to be LucifroN. And yes, we have seen some awesome stuff from him, so very excited to see him in this game. And down the bottom right, it is going to be ShoWTimE, another excellent player who we really haven't seen that much of, actually. Haven't really cast many of his games. He may not have cast any of his games, but yes, he is either a Masters or Grandmasters level player, so he is right up there, doing all this good sorts of stuff. And yes, it's going to be I believe there's at least 2 games between these guys. So yeah, we're just going to have a crack and see how these games go. Now, yes, I've sort of been on a little bit of not doing too much in the past week, as you may have heard if you watched my latter videos. Yeah, not doing too much. I'm basically waiting with bated breath to see if the DreamHack Valencia replays comes out, because if that comes out, everything's like a best of 3 except for the grand final, so I'm just going to do like the round of 16. I'm going to do everything. I don't care. And yeah, so it's all up in the air at the moment. If they come out, done. If they don't come out, I'll do something else. And I've apologized. I was told myself I probably shouldn't mention it because I'll like hype up expectations there. If the replays come out, you guys are going to be like, oh, what the hell, we were expecting DreamHack Valencia, blah blah blah. I'll tell you what though, if they don't come out, I mean, right now you can go out and watch the VODs. I'm sure they've got VODs for all of the games, which I was planning to cast anyway, so feel free to go and watch them out. But if you would like to see them cast by me, then yeah, you guys should have your fingers crossed for the replays to come out as well, because if they do come out, then yes, I will definitely be casting all of them. And so obviously trying to stop the barracks from moving, or maybe he thinks the command center is going down there. But yeah, Reaper coming out should be able to completely destroy that probe, and he knows that something is coming out, so he's going to run away there. Meanwhile, our Protoss player, going for some fairly standard stuff, is actually keeping it back quite a bit. I don't suppose he really needs a gate against a Terran player, but he's definitely holding it back quite a bit. And it looks like he's going to put in some, going to try and get some secret tech over here with this pylon. Perhaps? I really can't say, but we will find out. Here we go, there's the early command center and the early nexus coming down half a second afterwards. So yes, very good play there from both players, really got their timings down. LucifroN actually a little bit behind on the supply. I think he should, no, I think he might actually be supply blocked for a little while here. Not able to start getting SCV, but he's only supply blocked for a second or so. Did we see a Reaper? Here we go. A nice overcharge of the Nexus. Nice work getting that Mothership core out nice and fast. The Reaper is just going to dance away. And yeah, it's going to take its time. It knows it can regen all the health it needs and then come back in. And yeah, ShoWTimE really needs to get out of Stalker to deal with this guy, because Mothership core, he can dance around all he wants, but the Reaper is faster. He can outmaneuver him. And there we go. He's going to try and hit a probe. And he does not want to stay where the Mothership core continually hit him though, because yes, eventually he would just take too much damage, and that is not going to be good. So the Reaper's going to get out for now. Maybe he's going to come back when the expansion starts getting some workers on it, really try and hit them hard. Meanwhile, I've got a couple of Hellions coming out, so the full harassment tech coming out for LucifroN. And yeah, we'll see if he starts to go for a Hellbat drops, which we know has been a very favourite tactic of LucifroN. He's done it in so many games I can't even count it, and I would not be surprised. Here we go, there's the armory coming down, same time as the starport, so yes, it does look like we are going to be seeing Hellbat drops in this game. And this poor Reaper, man, he tries and he cannot get a single worker kill. But yeah, props to him for giving it a bash. He might be able to kill this one actually. The Stalker going in, he's doing a hit. And, oh, the Stalker managing to get a great position, managing to take it out. The Hellions running straight past the Stalker. He does not have any more forces. And these guys, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. There we go. One probe goes down. Another probe goes down. I think he's killed like 3 total or something. He's going to try and go for this one. But no, not quite. And the probe's finishing off those Hellions. So the Hellions getting, I think, 3 probes down. So not quite cost effective. but they're keeping the Protoss player on his toes. And here we go, the double medevacs coming out, the double Hellbats coming out. And I think Hellbats take a lot less time to build. There's 30 versus 42. So yeah, he should be able to have 4 Hellbats out by the time these medevacs come out, or close enough. And yes, he is going to be dropping all over the place. A drop in the main and a drop at the natural at the same time. And Stardust is going to be in a lot of trouble, so he's definitely got to get some stuff to look after this. I don't know if he's expecting it, but he is building a few Stalkers. His gateway numbers are quite low at the moment. He really needs to get some more, but right now he's just teching up, just tech. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, 3 Stalkers versus 4 Hellbats. I don't know if he can even take out that many Hellbats with just Stalkers. Maybe not. Maybe the Mothership Core overcharging the Nexus would of course help, but he really wants to get some more gateways, and maybe even Immortal coming out of there. Well, of course the Immortals are just crapload slow, but one Immortal could probably hold off. Single base. There we go, dropping down 4 Hellbats, and they're going to be doing an awesome job roasting the Stalkers, but they're going to have to run up to this expansion because they cannot get in, and they're choosing to run away instead. This one Hellbat going to get out of there. The other medevac is too low on health. He cannot risk moving in there. And this medevac has still got about half health, and he's going to try for a hit down here, but we do have a cannon coming out straight away, so ShoWTimE getting the defenses up where he needs them. And he took out a couple of Stalkers, but no workers, so great job from ShoWTimE so far. And we could actually see him almost rushing for a Dark Shrine there. So yeah, very cheeky tactic there to go up against LucifroN. LucifroN is getting a 3rd base up, and he'll no doubt turn this into an orbital as well, so I don't think he's going to be too worried. 2 more medevacs coming out. One of these may be the repaired one with 4 more Hellbats. And here we go, he's pushing in. Hellbat's going to try and do some work here. They're killing a few workers, but most of them get away. Meanwhile, the Hellbat's coming down on the other base. The workers doing a great job at getting the hell out of there. This medevac is just about to die though. There it goes, and the Hellbat's managing to drop down. These guys chasing the workers, and I don't think they got too many kills though. If we have a look at the the units lost, he's actually lost quite a few, but yeah, I mean, I think most of these are probably workers, but a few of them would be Stalkers as well. But LucifroN having lost quite a lot of units, and I think a couple of those are medevacs as well, so he's got to be hurting from losing those medevacs. And if you lose a Hellbat on a Hellbat drop, fair enough, deal with it. If you lose a medevac, that is something else entirely, because those things cost 100 gas, and you do not want to be wasting gas early on in the game. But he's going to continue with the Hellbat drops. He's going to be really teching out, really getting his buildings up, and it looks like he's switching into some heavy Triple M. Where are the upgrades coming from? Down here. So yeah, good job to him. And we've got the first Dark Templar coming out into the base. He's going straight for the workers. They do not have enough energy for a scan here. Don't have enough energy for a scan there. So this Dark Templar, oh there we go. Where did this scan come from? Must have come from the 3rd base. The DT running just outside the range. And yes, he's going to be doing all sorts of awesome stuff. Yes, but no, he's going to get the scans coming up from these bases fairly soon. Another DT coming in here, doing a very good job. He can't quite get the guy building the tower though, and this tower goes down as well. So these DTs today are going to be over. So yeah, great job at doing the defense there. But I think the DTs may have evened up the amount lost. They definitely got quite a few workers there. And look at this Warp Prism dropping off another DT. The tower is up, but there's nobody to hit the DTs here. The DTs are going to attack the workers are going to attack the DT. I don't know if that's a good idea. He needs to get some actual units back here to take out this DT. And there we go, going in, having a go, and the DT goes down. So yes, great stuff here. But meanwhile, I mean, LucifroN has his 3rd base up. He has a very decent amount of tech. Income-wise, he is behind though. The DTs definitely did quite a bit of damage there. And yeah, LucifroN, man, he is going to have to pump workers out like a mad bastard. And meanwhile, ShoWTimE is quite ahead on the workers. Although I do think he's going to have to get a 3rd base out very soon. There we go, the 3rd base going down. And if he manages to hold on to this, then he should be fine. We have a look at the units tab. Yeah, ShoWTimE's not doing too bad. He's really pushing the tech though. He's not gone out for a massive amount of army, but he is getting a lot of production going down, so he should be fine. He should be able to get up the units he needs to, but he really needs to start building them fairly soon. because this is all right, but I mean, LucifroN has got a pretty decent army here. I think LucifroN might be ahead a little bit, and he's not really marine heavy, so the storms not going to be able to do a ton. But ShoWTimE continuing to get the forces out. He's getting Zealot legs, he's getting storm. So yeah, he should be fine. He's getting stronger and stronger as the minute goes on. He's getting stronger and stronger more than LucifroN is. Forcing that cancel though, and that is going to be quite nasty. Now LucifroN continued to push in there, but I think that was a mistake. I think he should have just taken the third out and then run for it, because he is going to lose a crap load of forces to those storms right there. And finally he's going to speed out. That medevac just getting taken out. He's going to drop into the main base, try and buy himself some time to re-macro up his army. You can see he's building a massive amount there, and taken out the pylon which was powering 3 Nexi. That was a great choice there. That's going to slow down ShoWTimE's reinforcements quite a lot, but he's still got 4 other gateways actually, so he's really going nuts. But ShoWTimE really needs this base. He really needs a third base, because LucifroN is definitely got to be catching up in the workers. You can see they're 55 to 62. So he's definitely, I mean, sniping that Nexus really got LucifroN back in the game. He was disadvantaged, but yeah, going in there, getting it down. He's got himself back into this game. Did that guy just... I thought this guy went through the platform or something. He may have dropped down, then went straight back into the medevac. So yeah, it looks like he actually went through it or something, but I don't know. Trying a feedback on the medevac from a passing High Templar did not work. He didn't have that much energy from healing all these Marauders, so yeah. But LucifroN definitely getting some good stuff going on here. And what are the upgrades looking like? Yeah, he's not getting much weapons. He's getting tons of armor though. So he's got 3 armor coming on the way. But LucifroN just about to get 2-2 finished off. So I think LucifroN is going to be in the lead. And ShoWTimE not getting level 2 weapons. I'm not sure why he's doing this. Maybe he's deciding to rely. And there we go, pulling the army out of position. He really wants to snipe this Nexus, but his timing is a little bit off then. And yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He's going to try though, but I think he's going to try and engage his forces. This bottom group going for something there. They're attacking the assimilator. That is not going to help him. So a little bit of miss micro all over the place, and ShoWTimE just moving in, just absolutely decimating a lot of these forces. They are going to get worn down though. I mean, LucifroN doing a great job trying to keep his forces alive, but yeah, just he didn't really know what he wanted to do there. He was torn between taking out the army and taking out the Nexus, and somehow he got a simulator down to half health. He got the Nexus down to half shields. He really didn't commit to any particular plan there, and his aims were split, and in the end he really accomplished absolutely nothing with that attack. He got some forces down, but he lost enough forces to sort of even it out. So, bit of a wasted attack there, but his macro is definitely getting into gear. And if we have a look, he hasn't quite caught up, but yeah, LucifroN is not really pushing out with a massive amount of forces. He's getting more gateways up, ton more gateways. He's not really getting a massive amount. He's focusing more on tech, and he really needs to be focusing more on ground units, I feel like, because the High Templars are good, but he really needs a more massive ground army, and he's just not getting it. So there we go. He's morphing down a bunch of guys down here. He's very wary about a drop, but the drop is going to come in here. We're going to start sniping a few workers. The Colossus coming out, attacking them, and the High Templar is getting a little bit too close, maybe hoping to feed back the medevacs, but yeah, taking out a few High Templars there. So sacrificing a lot of units there, but he did take out quite a lot of High Templars, and now he's going to push in without fear of a storm, but he does see the 1-2 Colossus coming out, and it manages to get another High Templar out, so storm's going down, and LucifroN, man, not able to deal with the High Templar presence as much as he would like. And here we go, it's finally getting out the Ghost, and he is going to need those Ghosts. But look at the upgrades, man. ShoWTimE only now starting to get level 2 weapons, and LucifroN already getting 3-3. So yeah, he's going to be doing a great job. And slowly though, his attacks are just not being that effectual. And because ShoWTimE's got the Colossus, because he's got the High Templar, and because he's got the Archons, he's able to kill more than LucifroN is killing off him. We have a look at the units lost. He's just over 1,000, less than LucifroN has. So he's definitely been a lot more efficient so far. But we will see if that changes once the ghosts start coming out, because LucifroN, he's been catching up on workers a bit more, so he's not that far behind. ShoWTimE getting his 4th base out. And LucifroN, yeah, he's got to start thinking about it. Yeah, look at these guys, man. They're mining vapors right now. They could all transfer over to here, but this one's starting to run out of minerals as well. So he's got to be thinking about a 4th here. He's got to start building it in the next minute or two. But right now he's just focusing on army. And wow, look at this, man. DT's coming in here, getting dropped off. There must have been a warp prism somewhere. And yeah, the missile turrets, they saw them, but you can't hit them when you don't have enough to hit them with. Pulling the army back in here. Great job by ShoWTimE. He's going to run in here. He's going to try and snipe the 3rd. If he snipes the 3rd, then LucifroN is going to be in a lot of trouble. I mean, right now he needs a 4th, and losing his 3rd would just put him too far back. He's chasing out a little bit too far. He sort of runs into a storm, but manages to dodge most of it. Getting a nice scan out. And yeah, ShoWTimE having to push back a little bit. The Vikings really pressing the advantage. Almost took out a Colossus there. That would have been a free Colossus kill, which I'm sure ShoWTimE would not have enjoyed. And yeah, I mean, really, really great job from both players so far. Continuing to do awesome stuff here. We've got another DT coming in. The missile turret is down the bottom side, so he can get a few kills up on the top. And I mean, there's no defenses here. It's very hard for a Terran player to get static ground defenses. There we go, some beautiful EMPs going off. The Vikings pressing in, managing to get that Colossus down. Just going in nuts here. And these guys finally taking out that DT, but what was the damage from that? The income has really been pushing LucifroN down. It's lost about 15 workers in the last 5 minutes. And yeah, these guys doing a great job, but ground-wise, I think that ShoWTimE may just have enough. He is having to land the Vikings to do the damage, and the inclusion of DTs in his army is really going to be just sealing the deal here. ShoWTimE just had the advantage, got the 4th base up, really started pushing out the army numbers, and the fact that he had the tech, that he had the Colossus and the High Templar, really doing a good job. He had the Vikings to counter the Colossus. He had the Ghost to counter the High Templar. But in the end, ShoWTimE just did what he needed to do, got the forces down that he needed to do, and really some brilliant DT attacks, really getting the economy down for LucifroN. You can see he was at 64 before, and he went down to 49. So yeah, great job there by ShoWTimE, getting it done. LucifroN was starting to get the army composition he needed, but in the end, I don't know, maybe he just had too many Hellbats and not enough Marines. Or not enough Marine Marauder, because yeah, there were quite a few Hellbats and they weren't really doing that much in the end. They probably did a fair amount of Zealot damage, but when you got this many forces, Hellbats, yeah, they're not the best, I don't think. But that would have been a minor mistake, and I think the major thing was just ShoWTimE just going out of control, doing some great worker harass with the DTs. And yeah, in the end, he just had the superior army and the superior economy as well. I mean, even when LucifroN was maxed out at like 64, he still didn't have as many workers as ShoWTimE. So he never got quite the insane macro that ShoWTimE did. And yeah, eventually he lost the game. So congratulations to ShoWTimE, and we will go on to game number 2 from these series, LucifroN versus ShoWTimE, and we'll see how that game goes as well. So I will catch you guys later. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.